Good evening and welcome again to the another lecture video about electrical wiring simulator or EWS. Tonight we're going to perform the first activity under the solenoid valves. So click the solenoid valves, and then this one, the first activity, the simple hydraulic motors, or the title simple hydraulic motors. Play. So we're in. So this one is the hydraulic pump, and then this one is the solenoid valves, and then this one is the hydraulic motor. Hydraulic motor. So let's proceed to this uh, um, two circuit, which is divided into two circuit, which is the control circuit and the power circuit. So in in this activity we're going where in this activity will only be use K1 instead of K2. So uh, we'll use K1 lang. So this one, the K1, or this one. So uh, in the control circuit, we have 24 volts, the PB2 push button, R1, and then we have the K1, and then we have the PL2, and then the PL1, and we have the R1 here and here. So and then in the power circuit, we have K1, the pump, the hydraulic pump, the solenoid valve, and then the hydraulic motor. So let's back to the control circuit. So first I explain the function of this diagram. So uh, so by if I press this PB2, this one, the PB2, the R1 will energize, and also the K1 will activated to run this one, the hydraulic motor, and then the PL2 will turn on. So again, if I press this PB2, the R1 will energize, and the K1 will activated to run or rotates the hydraulic motor. So the K1 will activated to run this hydraulic motor. And however, if I release my finger in the PB2 push button, this one, the PB2, the R1 will de-energize, and the K1 here is deactivated. So the so the so the this one, the hydraulic motor will stop because the K1 uh, will deactivated, and then the PB2 is released. So if this one is deactivated and the energize, so and then this one is stopped, the PL2 will turn off because of the PB2 is released, and then the PL1 is switch on. So this one is turn on. So the switch to turn on this pilot lamp or the PL1. So that's the function of the this diagram. So by the way, this R1 here and here is uh, uh, just an indicator that if the motor uh, is running, this one, the PL2 is running, and then the PL1 is stopped. So that's it. So let's try to wire the circuit. So now let's try to wire the circuit. So this one is the 24 volts to the input of the PB2. So this one, input of the PB2. And then output of the PB2 to the 13. So this one to 13. And then the 14 of R1 to the 0 volts or the negative sign. This one, connect. And then we have done the first line, then proceed to second line, which is the K1. K1 here is the, so first is the red wires are connect to the output of the PB2, and then the black wire connect to the uh, input or the 0 volts, I mean sorry, 0 volts. So connect, and then we have done second line, and then the R1 of 9 of R1. So this one connect to the input of the PB2. So this one, input of the PB2. Then the 5 of the R1 to the uh, input. So this one, 5 to the input of the PL2. So 5 to direct connected, and then the PL2, output of the PL2 to the uh, servos or negative sign, and then the last is this one, the last line is the 9. So the 9 is already connected, so proceed to 1, connect to the input of the PL1. So connect, sorry, connect, and then the last is the output of the PL1 to the 0 volts. So output 0 volts. So let's try to submit. So now I submit. So the score is 10 over 10. It's already passed. So let's try to simulate. So now, um, I try to simulate. So by pressing this PB2, this one. So this one, the PB2. Uh, so now if I press, so now I press. So you can see the R1 will energize, and also the hydraulic motor running, rotating, and also the PL2 turn on. So if I release my finger, so now I release my finger, the R1 will de-energize, and this one, the motor will stop running, and also PL2 will turn off, and they switch to PL1 to turn on the PL1. So that's it. That's the uh, simulation of this circuit. So thank you. So hope you learn something, and see you again to the another video. Bye bye.